The first light of dawn slipped through the thin curtains of Anna's small apartment. The room was quiet, except for the faint hum of the city outside, a bus starting, a bird singing, a door closing somewhere in the distance. The smell of coffee drifted from the kitchen, mixing with the cool air of the early morning. It was another ordinary day, yet something inside her felt different. For months, Anna had lived on autopilot. Her alarm would ring, she would rise, shower, eat breakfast, and walk to work, all without really thinking. Her job was stable, her rent was paid, but her days felt empty, like pages in a book written by someone else. She had forgotten what it meant to wake up with excitement, to feel joy in simple things. That morning, as she stood by the window holding her coffee cup, she noticed how the sunlight touched the rooftops across the street. The light looked softer than usual, almost golden. The world seemed calm, unhurried, gentle. For the first time in weeks, she stopped scrolling through her phone. She simply watched. Outside, a woman carried a heavy bag of groceries. A boy ran ahead of her, laughing, his small backpack bouncing with every step. Across the street, a man watered his plants. Ordinary scenes, yet something about them felt alive, real. Anna realized she had been missing these little details for so long. Her eyes filled with quiet wonder. She thought of the promises she had once made to herself, that she would paint again, that she would travel, that she would learn to bake her grandmother's bread. All those promises had slowly faded under the weight of long workdays and tired evenings. She had always said, "I'll start tomorrow," but somehow tomorrow never came. The warmth of the morning sun touched her face. It felt like a whisper, gentle, forgiving, full of hope. She placed her coffee down and opened her notebook, the one she had stopped using months ago. On the first blank page, she wrote, "Today, I begin again." The words looked small at first, but they carried power. They were not about success or perfection. They were a quiet promise to live more fully, to notice more, to try again even after giving up. She underlined the sentence and smiled. Anna spent the rest of that morning differently. She tidied her desk, opened the windows, and let the air in. She played soft music while watering her single-potted plant, the one that had somehow survived despite her forgetting to care for it. Its leaves glowed in the sun as if forgiving her neglect. When she left for work, she walked slowly, breathing deeply. She noticed the scent of fresh bread from the bakery and the sparkle of dew on the grass. The world had not changed. She had. At her office, people moved through their routines, emails, meetings, reports, the usual rush. But inside her, something was quiet and strong. Each time she felt tired, she remembered the words she had written that morning. "Today, I begin again." Days turned into weeks, and Anna kept her small promise. She painted a little after work. She called her old friend. She learned to bake her grandmother's bread, burning it twice, but smiling anyway. She started writing short notes in her journal, small pieces of gratitude. Every morning, before checking her phone or thinking about the long day ahead, she looked out the window. The same city, the same sunlight, but now each sunrise felt like an invitation. It wasn't a grand change. Life was still ordinary, sometimes hard, sometimes tiring. But inside that ordinariness lived a quiet kind of magic, the magic of noticing, of beginning again.